If you haven't already grinded for Dennis Rodman, should you spend these next 20 hours grabbing the card? And if you have grabbed him, should you put him into your lineup? So Dennis Rodman has a couple of pros and cons that we cannot show here in the practice space. The pro is that he's going to be one of the best defenders in the game. The con is that he has a 54 pass accuracy, right? So on ball defense, Dennis Rodman should be as good as virtually anyone in the game, right? If we talk about his stats and badges real quick, he has I think he has every defensive badge in the Hall of Fame. This cannot be overstated, right? He has every single defensive badge on Hall of Fame, and he has 99 defense in literally every category. This is such an overwhelmingly positive thing that we have to state that. Right, so Dennis Rodman is literally end game as a defender at the 3 and probably even at the 4, even though he is significantly undersized. And I'm going to show that to you guys right now. So if I take a very large character, I apologize. All right, this is a lock-in wilt, not a gambling wilt, but you look at the size difference. Wilt can be put at the 4, and cards that are wilt size can be put at the 4. Your Chets, even Pink Diamond. Well, can Pink Diamond Wemby be put at the 4? But still, other cards, right, can be put, 7-footers and stuff can be put at the 4. Now, Rodman does have all of that defense and all of that speed and all of that, rebounding ability. But you look at the size difference. I want you guys to see that on the court because Rodman is small. So for that reason, I think that puts him at the 3 better than the 4 on most squads. Not that he can't run at the 4, but just something of note, right? He's more in line with your Pascal Siakams. Now, the other flaw, he has a 54 pass accuracy. We have to discuss this, and it's for a particular reason. When you rebound the basketball in this video game, on the defensive end, the defensive rebound, the number one thing you want to do is chuck the ball up court and get a quick 3-point shot or even a quick dunk. And with a 54 pass accuracy, this is going to often result in some bad catches, right? And that has to be stated. Now, if I'm looking at his playmaking badges here, he actually has all of the playmaking badges on gold or better. And that means he does have, what is the passing? The full court passing badge. Break starter. He has break starter on gold and he can get it on Hall of Fame. That might help him a lot with the full court passes, which for me is the main concern. However, there are other concerns. If you try to bail out with him, you're going to pay. If somebody double teams him, that you almost have to call timeout because he's going to throw an absolute beach ball out of a double team. So this passing weakness is not something I can responsibly overlook in this video. It is almost the opposing factor to his defensive strength. So just know what you're getting into with that. So now let's talk about Rodman with the ball in his hands as a scorer, which is what we can really cover in practice. So first, let's talk about his shooting. As a catch and shoot guy, he's going to be really good in terms of his release. So this is on Hall of Fame difficulty. Now I'm talking to you guys, so if I miss shots, don't get alarmed. But the main point is his shot is extremely, extremely easy to read. He has a very clear, clean visual cue, very high release. Is it the quickest release in the game? Absolutely not. There's a bit of a loadout. There's a little bit of medicine ball going on as the ball goes up. But once it does go up, he's cash money, right? And as a shooter, he does have a lot of good shooting badges. He does have gold limitless. He does have gold agent 3. So you can create with him as a shooter on the perimeter. We'll get to the creation in a moment. So let's look at his leaners. So his leaners, look at his animations here. It says he has Pro 3 leaner in the thing. I don't think that's right though, because the Pro 3 leaner, when you go into the strong hand, it moves you back like a lot. I wish I had Gordon Hayward on here because he's got that really disgusting one. Maybe he does have Pro 3 leaner. Yeah, so the Pro 3 leaner, it's funny because when you go into the strong hand, there's like one okay animation that you can get and then one terrible animation that moves you backwards behind the line, which makes that kind of unusable as a 3-point shot. In the mid-range, it can be okay because it might move you back behind the line. But yeah, that Pro 3 leaner, as you guys know, that's half of a leaner, right? If you're going to the weak hand, it's, it's okay. If you're going to the strong hand, it's pretty awkward, pretty bad, barely usable, not something you want in your go-to game. I do think you can somewhat master it, but it's still one of the, lower tier leaders in the game. Now, we go to his step backs. We got some good news here. He has really great step backs from every direction. No matter where you step back, All of Dennis Rodman's step backs are highly usable. And this can be a major part of his game, going to his step backs, right? Quick, snappy, and his shot release is quick enough that it's not a drawback. It doesn't slow down a step back. I think this can definitely be something that, a lot of people aren't going to use with Rodman, but I think can be very strong for him. So let's go into his slashing real quick. So let's look at his layups. Serviceable layups. He's got long athlete, right? It's a good layup package. So far as I know, I think the hop step in long athlete is really good. Yeah, so his hop step's decent. Long athlete's okay. It's not like a OP layup package. I love that. It's got the DeMar style Euro step, which is fantastic. It just moves him forward. And he has the other Euro step as well. So he's got both of those. So yeah, long athlete, solid floaters. His layup game is okay. Use it when you need to, but it's not something you're going to be able to cheese with like a LeBron card. LeBron can actually just only do his layups and still be really good, despite the fact that he's one of the best dunkers in the game. Rodman, you're going to be looking to stick dunk, good 7-8 times out of 10 that you go to the basket. Good news is he has great stick dunking packages. He should contact dunk very well. He should just be an overall solid stick dunker, as I missed that because I'm looking at his ratings right now. Yeah, he's got a 95 driving dunk. Just wanted to make sure on that. He's got a 95 driving dunk, so he's good to go. And just to talk quickly about the rest of his stats, athletically, Rodman is absolutely off the charts. 94 speed, 98 vert, 95 strength. I normally do not read stats on videos because, honestly, I find that annoying when other people do it, so I don't want to do it to you guys, but it is worth mentioning that Rodman is an absolutely elite athlete, and I feel that when I'm dribbling around with him, right? I don't know what his speed was. His speed with the ball's a 92, which is actually quite high. So yeah, I can feel that when I'm dribbling around with him. So, and let's get into the dribbles, right? So first things first, he has Kyrie Irving dribble style. He's not the fastest with Kyrie dribble style. Like, he doesn't feel like Kyrie Irving. Or some of the other great dribblers who are Kyrie Irving, but it feels pretty good. It feels pretty good. You definitely can tell you're on a small forward, but he can do that, kind of built-in hesitation, and he can launch without the need of a hezi burst, right? He doesn't have to do any tricks to get a same side burst. So right off the bat, that's really good. Normal size up. So when I say his normal size up, I mean just his size up dribbles, right? His signature size ups. He has Ja Morant. So Ja's signature size ups are not the best because he has like the hop of De'Aaron Fox, but he doesn't have the speed of De'Aaron Fox. So they're not my favorite, but at the same time, they're not a handicap either. It's not like basic, or anything like that. It's just fine. So this is what the behind the back looks like in that. Not my favorite. The regular behind the back off the size up, not my favorite. This is what the cross up looks like. It's kind of wide, and he doesn't really burst out of it super great. That's with the Kyrie burst, so that's not good. So his size up, I think, is actually somewhat of a weakness. It's not bad, but it's definitely one of the weaker size ups in the game, which is why Ja cards don't move super great. One of the reasons. There's a special dribble that he has that I want to highlight here. Look at this is his normal combo, right? So you have an aggressive combo and like a normal combo. So this is just up on the right stick. You just tap up on the right stick and you get that. That is a really nice set of size up moves. And the good news for Rodman is that it can kind of replace his size up dribbles in certain situations, because you can do this kind of thing and burst either way, out of that direction. You see there bursting out of that Kyrie dribble style, and that burst is a little more snappy. All right, it feels a little better, and we're going to talk about some moves you can combo with into and out of that shortly. So he has Pro Escape. Now, when it says Pro Escape, it could mean anything, right, on 2KDB. So let's actually look at his escape. Escape's very slow. I would definitely say this is a minus for Rodman. He can explode out of it, which is cool, but it's definitely not it's no Kemba, it's no Trae Young, it's not even a Kobe, right? It's not a great escape. So great escape. So he's got this great double throw, right? Great double throw move right here. It's the De'Aaron Fox combo move. This is basically opposite ball hand back to your ball hand. So you're either going 3-9 or 9-3, depending on the ball hand. So if ball's in my left hand, this is 3-9, boom, boom. With the right stick, 3-9. And if I switch hands, 9-3. This is one of the better ones in the game. Very, very, very good. And yeah, honestly, you can apply this to any context and use this in your combo moves. So what other contexts can you use it in? Well, he has one of the best behind the backs in the game, right? This is a flat out excellent behind the back. What does it say he has for his moving? But it says pro. So again, don't know what this is. This is not the Jamal Murray, I don't think, because he can't do it back and forth like that. But it's basically one of those next best things types. It's in that James Harden level behind the back because he can create off of it, and his shot is just fast enough that he can shoot off of that. And importantly, with the Kyrie Irving dribble style, you can get to the L2 cancel without any hassle. You can literally just run in a direction and hit that behind the back and get a lot of space and get open. And off of that behind the back, you can also go to this James Harden step back. Now, James Harden's snatch back, so this is holding right trigger and down on the stick, it doesn't get a lot of love, but it's really good for dribbling, right? Like, it's not necessarily the greatest for shot creation, but you throw it into your dribble moves and it's actually really good. So you mix it in with your dribble moves, and you can see the card can very quickly start just like moving really well all over the court with these combos. So Dennis Rodman is actually, ironically enough, a really great combo character. The only weakness for him as a combo character really is that he doesn't have a great normal size up, but he has the dribble style to get out of those combos at any time. He has the movement to move out of these combos very well. So yeah, as a dribbler, and then he has a kill move. I want to stress this. You know, he has the behind the back, so at any point he can hit you with that and get going. And the same, and also his dribble style gives him a really good momentum dribble. So his momentum dribble is more viable than most momentums because it's not super slow, right? It's not slow getting out of it. With the momentum dribble and his combo style, he can dribble and combo out and get moving right away. So Rodman is really, really, really good at moving with the ball, comboing up. He has that great behind the back. He's got the great finishing, going to the basket with the stick dunking, and a whole lot of great stick dunks, animations. He's got the step backs, right? The leaner, he can only go to his off ball hand, or you're going to get the awkward one going to the opposite ball hand. But I will say, as a shot creator, Rodman is really up there. So it's really about, honestly, it really just comes down to the pass accuracy. And he's missing just a couple of dribble moves that would like put him over a Tyrese Thomas kind of guy. Like Tyrese Thomas is basically elite in every way. He doesn't have an escape. He doesn't have a great size up. And he doesn't have the best snatchback, although I do think James Harden's snatchback is useful. It's not a bad snatchback. And the thing is, and this is the thing I want to mention, people talking about beating the CPU. If you have moves like this snatchback and like that double throw that move you to the side, that stuff does work on the CPU, especially if you're willing to use step backs, right? Because the CPU will start to drop off of you if they're all pressed up against you when you start doing those moves. And you can go to the step back game, you can get to your Euro step game, and if they're pressed up on you, you can kind of spin them off you like slow. And because he has the James Harden snatchback, that spin off is going to be even more effective because, like we discussed, from that James Harden, you can get back to the rest of your bag. So Rodman is a very good card. His competition is, if you already got James Worthy, Wiggins is the same height at the 3, and Wiggins is a very good offensive player. Tyrese Thomas is attainable. Franz Wagner is very good. He's attainable. Should I do a breakdown of Franz Wagner? I think we sleeping on that card a little bit. He's 6'10", very good. So yeah, I think Rodman is a very, very good card. And if you're willing to deal with the drawbacks of his pass accuracy and a jump shot that is just a little too slow for him to be an elite scorer. I think he's a good scorer. Don't get me wrong, I think Rodman is a good scorer, but the jump shot's just not on that level of your Ron Artest, your Beasley, your Kobe Bryant, right? If you're willing to deal with those two things, what you are getting is one of the best athletes in the game and a guy who literally has every defensive badge in Hall of Fame and almost all 99 defensive stats, along with enough dribbles to be a secondary or tertiary ball handler and shot creator on your team. And that is the Dennis Rodman breakdown. Hopefully that helped you guys, let you know that if you don't have him already, whether or not you want to spend the next 20 hours or so finishing up that grind, and if you do have him, whether or not he makes your lineup. All right, thanks so much, y'all. I'll see you in the next one, and peace.